Right then, welcome back to a soggy Nurburgring GP circuit where we're going to race the 2019 R1 endurance bike. We did a bit of testing and we ended up 14th. No, we didn't end up 14th at all. We would have ended up 28th, but I'd already set a time on the J, so I put 14th. So there's the setup. I'm not a massive fan of this track and this bike. It just doesn't work for me. It's wet, we've got to put rain tyres on. The bike likes to wheelie, it likes to spin the rear wheels. It's just not, very, I don't know, it's just not very good on this track. But anyway, start-wise, it's absolute carnage. I thought we'd missed it all, and then we ran over a motorcycle. We got back on, ran wide, we're in 14th, then we got swamped a little bit. There was a little bit of banging elbows and bits and bobs. Now, this rider in front... So, into turn 2, I go past. Now, yeah, it was a good ding-dong, and as racers go, it was a little bit lonely. There was a lot of people going in the pits at random times, so we didn't actually see a massive amount of things in front of us, but when we did have a ding-dong, they were quite good. So, into Valvoline, and there's a bump on the way in, you just sort of set the bike there, and I'm not very happy about it. Through Ford, and like I say, we're just having a struggle getting anywhere. I can't go forward for love nor money. I've got a German behind me, and they were in Germany, so the Germans are all going to be quick. Marco Lassick in front of us. They might come back to haunt us in a little while, but anyway, we're struggling for pace. The bike feels terrible. The track is really slippy. It's glassy. It's just not nice. The tyres look warm, but it just feels like there's no grip. The brakes don't work. It's just basically, I've made a Horlicks of the setup because I've run it around in the dry, gone, that'll do, it feels okay, and it's just nowhere near good enough. So just take the setup with a bit of pinch of salt. But anyway, down the back straight, through the kink, I'm like, right, I'll get them as we're breaking into the chicane. And I struggled with the chicane massively on this race a number of times. I mean, if you watch the full 20-minute without me rabbiting on, a number of times I brake too late and I'm hopping over curbs and it's wheeling and spitting sideways, just an absolute pain in the backside. But towards the end of lap 1, we've achieved nothing. We're still in the same place we were. Alright, I suppose we made one place, but when we got back on the bike we're in 14th and we're still in 14th. I don't know where and how and what I'm going to make the time up. I'm trying to outbrake them, I'm running wide, and guess who is going to make an appearance very, very shortly. Here we go, out of Ford curve, look, Mr. Walter Nemitz has gone past, so I think I'm not having that. I'm going to go past you into here, into the Dunlop curve, and we just run a bit of a filthy line, just force him out wide. Now, I don't think you can build rivals on this game, but he was not happy. Right in front crashes, we hop over curves, he's basically returned the favour, we lose another place, so we've been passed by 2, but the net loss is 1 because somebody crashed, and then down through the fast kink, we lose it and we go somersaulting. We get back on in 19th, just in front of 20th place, bang it over the curve. These curves, I was struggling really bad. I just think, the track's drying really fast. I think I should have gone in that lap. You can quite clearly see a dry line. I think if I'd gone in that lap, look at it sliding about, I think we would have been alright. And I think the result might have been slightly different. So we're turning things up, we're turning traction control up and other bits and bobs. There's a late move into turn 1, which is a bit naughty, proper block pass, but what can you do? And then down through Ford curve, all of a sudden we've got the traction control on and we've got some grip. It's not stepping sideways and spinning the tyre up, and we're off. I mean, that was a bit filthy as well, but it is what it is. Into the NGK chicane, we make a Horlicks of it, and I think that's enough. I need to get rid of these tyres. They're just scrap. So they're going in the bin. So going to the pit, there's people pitting around us, there's massive gaps in the field, you've got 2 or 3 different groups. I did all the testing on hards, so that's how I've set the bike up. I'm worried if I run a medium, I'll just boil it to death. So we'll go over what I know, I put a hard in, and it works out alright, it's not too bad, but look at where we are. 19th, over 30 seconds behind the leader. Wow. That is just not acceptable. We flick up to power mode because we've got some serious ground to cover. End of the lap, coming past the pits, and this is what I mean. but I was a little bit lonely. We jump up to 10th because there's obviously a lot of people in the pits, but then we're back down to 12th. Then we're back down to 13th, so there must be people filtering out of the pits, even though must be a bit of weird software going on. We're up to 12th, we get on the curb, we just about get it stopped. Yeah, just about. But again, no brakes. Coldish tyres, no brakes, heavy bike. End lap 5, past the pits again. People falling off, people in the pits. We jump up to 8th. 13 seconds behind the leader, 9th, 10th, it's mucking about again, it doesn't quite know what to do, and people come out of the pits and all sorts of things going here. So we get past 1, get past 2, manage to get to 8, they try a little bit of a naughty manoeuvre, which was a bit filthy. End lap 6, across the chicanes, little bit naughty, get it spinning up, a little bit of a wheelie, but again, people are pitting in front of us. Excuse me. Almost died. Up to 5th, down the straight, the sun's come out, it's warming up, the tyres are getting warm, we're going to run out of fuel, so I've just flicked the map down to standard. And we're getting there, we're sort of getting there. The people in front of us, I think they're going to run power mode to the end. That was a big slide. And I think we might be there or thereabouts. What we need to do is not make any more mistakes. That old chestnut. But end of lap 7. Just about 5 minutes left. We end up in 3rd, 2 and a bit seconds. Now, is that a Russian rider? Not really. As much as the Russian flag has been in the news recently, I'm not au fait with what the Russian flag looks like. I think it is. I'm going to say with a name like Nikolai. I'm going to make an assumption that they're Russian. But anyway, German leading, Mr. Walter Nemetz, but he bins it. See, and he's gone. And then we're just me and the Russian. And we've got what? 1:57 a lap, we've got 2 laps left, absolute maximum 2 laps left. I think I've got the pace to beat him. I'm hoping he's got a pit. So what do? Get way too deep into the corner, get the back end sliding about, and we get spat off. And look where it restarted us. My God, what a hell of a place to get back on the bike, you stupid game. But anyway, we're now behind Walter again, who had a little bit of a ding-dong with us earlier. Yeah, so he's obviously bearing a grudge. Look at that. Nearly spat me off again. He didn't even move, didn't even knock him off the line, not a millimetre. Think about going past it into NGK, but think better of it. 1 lap left. I'm hoping and praying that these 2 boys are going to pit. One's got 20%, one's got 9. He headbutts the barrier and somehow doesn't fall off. The R1's sliding about, it's got nowhere near as much traction as there, so I think I've got to go up the inside. I have to go up the inside, 3 and a bit seconds. I've got to do something. And it's not even a block pass. I tried to scare him out of the corner, and all it seemed to do was make him very, very angry indeed, because now he was on a mission, and we're losing time to the leader. It's the last lap, so I think sod it, I'm going to stuff it up inside here at turn 2, try and hold it, hope that they don't come back underneath me at turn 3, because that's the normal trick, that's normally what they do. The fuel light's just come on, so now we're panicking about fuel, and we're what? 3 and a bit seconds behind the lead. He's got to pit. If we're going to win this, he's got to pit. And he doesn't, he just rides on past, despite the person who's now in 3rd, who goes into the pits with 36% fuel left. Yeah, no rhyme or reason. Old Nikolai's played a blinder, hasn't he? 2% fuel left, going past the line, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that crash, the crash into the first corner where we slid and fell off, cost us the race. Shocking, a second, I'm gutted. This is what it is. Horrible bike, horrible, well, good track, but horrible bike, and it just made it not very nice. And there you go. That's your lot. Those wheels look awful. I don't know what's going on for what video processing, but the colours are all over the shop. Don't forget to have a look at the Instagram channel, Motto Martino, no space, alright, all one word. Alright, you'll know it's me because there's pictures of ride bikes and I'm twittering on about stuff, so yeah, give it a look. Fingers crossed I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, subscribing, liking, all these jazz. Take care, stay safe, peace.